Welcome back to another episode of Penny Help Jess. And it looks like let's see how hard this is going to be to get out. These things can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Okay. A lot of copper, man. A lot of copper. I don't know. I believe these are all from the same person at the same bank. And the way I know that is that, in the area where I keep the coins, typically um, I will bring I will keep all the coins, the penny rolls from the bank in the same bag. And then, I'll go into the bag when I want to refill. That's a nice 2024. You see that there? Something wrong with that. Let's look on the other side, see if there's like a dent or something. Yeah, it does look like there's a little bit of a dent, right? You see that? I have to look at that on the loop. It almost looks like extra metal. Almost. Man, just one of those things that you wish were something, you know? And if it is, it's very, very weak and difficult for me to tell what it is. And for whatever reason, that specific penny roll I've been doing for the past few days, penny roll wrapper I've been doing for the past several days. What a beauty. What an absolute stunner, man. This is what you want to see. You want to see this. Now, I don't think I'll put this into my MS tube, but I will put this into my BU. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have to get into the habit of repeating myself because a lot of people, like I can tell who you are by your comments, right? There are certain people who've been with the channel for years. Of course, they're the members. I mean, as far as subscribers go. Yeah, right. It looks so light though. The extra V. Man, is that weak. I can't mess with it. I gotta be honest with you. I can't try to sell a penny for $20 because there's like a little scratch in the bottom that looks like the. I mean, it is the extra V. That's where it is. That's how it looks. But it looks so weak, man. I just can't do it. It's not. That's not my style. That's all. So I have to get into the habit of repeating myself because I know a lot of people come this new subscribers, and I'll say things like um, oh, like how I do my separation of pennies by condition. Let's see if it has the floating roof, weak FG. Kind of. How about the weak FG? Yeah, yeah. It's not really a recognized error anymore, just by like enthusiasts, more or less. But I know I have to start getting back into the habit of repeating myself. A lot of copper in this, by the way, in this penny roll, as I identified or noticed at the beginning of the video. So I have several categories that I keep my pennies in, that I put my pennies into after the video, right? I've done a couple. If you type into the anything you want to search for on my channel, you could just type into the search bar, right? So if you type organizing, separating, you'll find videos where I show what I do with um, coins, pennies, even my graded coins. I do something special. I separate them by, not by condition obviously, but by denomination. So I have pennies in one box of graded coins. I have dimes, nickels, quarters, half dollars, and then the graded silver coins I keep separate. I keep those in a special place. Oh yeah, I see that, buddy. Oh, and on the bottom, so the roof has a very obvious doubling. There's a double die right there, but there's also something here. So we have what's so I have to look at it under the loop, right? Make sure, because sometimes your eyes just play tricks on you. Oh no, man. Oh no, man. Okay, now the thing on the bottom looks like a die. It could be anything. Everybody don't know what that is. There's actually a little line around it. What's the condition of this coin? Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, that's friggin' sweet, man. Swing. And how about on the other side? I'm checking out the obverse now. Maybe, but definitely. Wow, man. Bam, 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 bam. Wow, man. Uh, Look at that. Let me see if I can get it closer and then do. Wow, man. That is a true. Well, actually, I take that back. I was gonna say a true double die. I take that back. First of all, it could be mechanical doubling. That's number one. You just never know. I'm not at that level where I've seen enough of these. Let me take the picture to know the difference. What I can say is, on a true double die, you look for like two roofs. You know what I mean? So, and when I say a true double die, what I mean is a classical double die. What a lot of collectors and numismatists consider a true double die. So, but that is something. What year is this? 71. I wonder if Copper Coins has that. All right, let me check Copper Coins real quick. I'll keep talking while you're there. I usually sometimes I. All right, and it's a one. It's is it a Denver? No, right? Oh yeah, it is a no. That's a different coin. No, no. So it's 171 P1DR. Okay. No, they don't have anything. There's no coins. No. All right. So who knows? Who knows? All right. Moving on. Moving on. Uh, Environmental damage. So, so this is the way I separate my coins by condition. And again, like I said, you can watch the video, but I started the topic, so I will finish the topic. I have tubes, and the tubes, I it's funny, right? All my conditions are really off by one. So I put coins that I really think are in MS, pennies that I think are in MS condition. I put them into flips. Coins that I think are in BU condition, I put into an MS tube. Coins that I think are in AU condition go into BU tubes. And then, I mean, you could consider my BU tubes to be high AU. And then my AU condition penny wrappers rolls. The only tube I use is for the mint state. And the only thing I put into a flip with staples is are, you know, relatively mid to high MS. So everything's off by like a half of a grade by my grading system. And, you know, I just can't change it. I guess I could change it. I shouldn't say I can't change it. You can always change. I haven't thought of anything better to change it to. Like my AUs are pretty much AU. You know, but they're probably closer to low AU. And then I have my fines, which are basically my clean circulated. Like this one here with this mark goes into I call it circulated, but it's really dirty, right? Dirty and damaged. But instead of writing dirty and damaged or D and D on the penny wrapper, I write CIR for circulated, right? So it's like, you know, I already know what that means, right? So if you look here on the side, I already started it with the coin BU, right, which is probably closer to high AU, AU, which is probably in the AU, fine, which might even be AU, and then CIR, and then here's my, and I do not separate the zincs by condition. They all go together and they go away, and I do separate them, but I don't separate them by condition. They all go into the same roll if they're damaged and dirty, or if they're in brilliant uncirculated condition. I don't know what that is. So that's how I do it. And again, if you want to see me, yeah, right. I thought it was like something else. Man, 66. A lot of copper in this penny roll, man. Has a little extra red misaligned die. Pretty nice misaligned die. Starting to bowl out on the bottom leftish, southwest. A little bullish. And so in case it's not obvious why I do that, why I separate the coins by condition, it's so that I could sell them for more. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? Like the heavily circulated, like, and so for the circulated ones, right, the dirty ones, you know, that'll be my least valuable, but they're all copper, right? All copper pennies, but they'll be my least valuable. And I can say, hey, these are heavily circulated pennies, right? And they could be my lowest ones. So let's say I sell them for $5. I'm just thinking of a number. Now, and let's say, okay, so let's say the heavily circulated ones are $5. The fines are $6. The AUs are $7. The BUs are $8. And the mint states are $9. Let's go with that. Well, Geez, man, if I'm getting 5 for the circulating, I'm getting 9. Yeah, it's almost doubled. Oh, well, that's a lot, right? Almost doubling your price is a lot. Is a big difference. Like this will go into my heavily circulated ones, right? It's 30. Um, so it'll go into my circulated, which I know to be meaning heavily circulated. Um, so I want a premium for my really clean looking coins. And now, Am I gonna call these brilliant uncirculated when I go to sell them? No, but I will call these AU, right? Maybe AU plus. You know, look at that, man. Super cool. So I mean, that's the bottom line, right? And I'll have a little um, definitions and the listing of what I think they mean, and I should be pretty close. Now, believe it or not, I didn't start doing this till like a year ago, right? So the ones before this, I would. Here we go. This is an MS. We found an MS penny today. What an absolute stunner! I don't always find an MS condition coin in my penny roll hunts. This is super rare and super duper beautiful. But this will go into the tube that's marked MS for mint state, right? Now, the problem is prior to like a year ago, I was putting these and those in the same tube. So I'm really going to have to go through my BUs again at some point in the future, which, there's not going to be many. Maybe there'll be, I think I have like 20 or 30 of them right now. The tubes, I got like six or seven of the MS tubes. But I'll have to go through these again because if they find coins like this in these rolls, and then all of a sudden they find none, they're gonna think they got ripped. Oh man, you didn't put any of those BU coins into the BU, so I'm not. I have to go through them again and take these out and put these into the MS tubes, right? And then obviously any of them that I think are high MS, I'll send out to get graded, right? 67 copper pennies go for about $12, 10, $12, depending. Maybe even depending on year, mintage, and stuff like that. 68s go for about 20 to $30, depending. MS 68s, PCCGs or NCGs, something like that, and GCs. And then once you hit 69, MS 69 on copper pennies, you're hitting that typically 20 to $40 range and higher. And I don't think I've ever seen an MS, a copper MS, and if I did, it was either in the hundreds or the thousands. They're so rare. So, I hope I explained pretty good my how I do my conditions, my categorize, and my separation of my pennies by condition, my copper pennies by condition. And the funny thing is, you know, I guess even though I know that my conditions are off, after all this time that I've been doing it, I've never really come up with a better. I would change if I found a really some, because really the only one that's off is the BU. And I guess in my mind, I know I have to go through all of them again one day, and I'm probably going to recategorize all of them. Some of them might be high AU, and some of them might be MS, right? Especially the ones that I miscategorized. The new ones, there won't be any MS in the BU roles, but on the older ones, there might be. And so I just really, a BU and an AU visually look very different. An A and a B look really different visually, right? So when I look for the roles themselves, when I look for the roles themselves, I oh, they're easy for me to spot. This will go into my fine category. My fine. This will go into the fine. A lot of the older pennies are in the fine penny wrapper rolls. 17p, very dirty. I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep this. I don't know if I want to clean it either. I can't do it. Another 64. This will go into the heavily circulated um, penny wrapper rolls. A lot of copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 copper pennies so far. That's a lot more than we found for quite some time. 14. And I think we have, oh no, that might be it. This might be 15 there. Maybe, maybe not. I'll leave it for the end. That might be at 14. It's kind of funny how they were all kind of gravitated towards the center, and then the ones at the end, that's a lot of that's a lot we still have. We still have about 10 of them, and there's none, right? So that's a pretty high concentration. That's the word I was looking for, of copper coins gravitating towards the center of the penny roll. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Be nice to find another. And we only found, the only error we found really was that double die, potential double die on the roof. And I think we found the floating roof, if you want to count that. And that's about where we're at on. Look at that little die clash show. See it there, huh? Nice one too. You got to turn it around, and now we're looking on the right side over here, and that's Lincoln. His head does not go into the stairs or come out it does not come out on the top, so it's kind of a weak die clash. Well, it's kind of strong and it's small. It's small, so it's not weak. It looks pretty good, but it's small. All right. Well, that gives us our 10 short videos. Which I always like to do 10. That's like my magic number. This magic number. No, it's the song is This Magic Moment, but I just said it differently. I don't know who sings that. The Bee Gees? I don't think it's the Bee Gees. This magic moment. Okay, so right, and this is the last one. Not copper. All right, so 14 copper pennies. 1999 is our last one. And no white AM. No white AM. There's something going on there you can see. I don't know what that is. It doesn't look expensive. It's something. Anyway, could be just blistering. All right, very good. This was episode. Episode 544. I will see you in episode 545. God bless.